In 2004's Deep Evil, the military tries to turn intelligent alien water from a meteorite into a weapon. Guess what? Things go wrong. A gum-chewing in his biosuit Lorenzo Lamas, a Bill Paxton clone, and a team of likewise elite soldiers are sent in to investigate the lab. This Canadian production has some lofty ideas, but its effects really let it down. At one point, the monster water forms a bunch of lame-looking spiders that don't seem to react to getting shot. There's lots of terrible CG nightmares like that. It takes almost an hour for the scientists along for the ride to explain to the soldiers what they're doing there, and at least Lorenzo Lamas calls them out on their shit when they do.
You designed a fucking alien?
No, we cloned an alien from a drop of water that was discovered in a meteorite.
Weapons specifically designed to help preserve the human race from the unthinkable.
Unfortunately, before we could develop the counter-inoculation, we had to first create the PB3.
Now, in theory, we thought that if we could clone it, then we could kill it. Okay, if we could kill it, then we would be ready in case it ever attacked.
You two geeks cloned a freaking alien, and the government thought that was okay?
Props from The Rock end up getting involved in the third act, and fake Bill Paxton ends up going on a rant that only appeals to me for reasons you're about to hear, but yeah, just skip this one. So close, though.
That's great. That's great. We just blew up a freaking water cooler. We gotta get the hell out of here.
Nice shot, bro.
Freaking water cooler.
This is just wrong.
Time's ticking, we gotta go. Stay sharp, Hall.
Can't believe we just did that.
God damn it.
Man, we are trained Delta Force shooting at a water cooler. Halt!
I asked Twitter if I should watch Tsunami, and those bastards overwhelmingly voted yes, and so I tried. I really did. I lasted all of 12 minutes before having to abandon it. Here's what I can talk about from those first dozen minutes. Nothing tells me that a movie is gonna suck more than when it doesn't even know how opening credits work. There are like 3 credit sequences all jammed together into one, and I believe the second unit director gets the second overall credit? That's not how credits work. We get some Bible verses and some Expedition and some Armageddon, and then some gang members abandon their dog.
What they see is symbolic to the end of times in biblical proportions.
And get held up by some racists. Then, bees. It sucks, but at least I get to use this GIF. House 3 was the horror show, except not really, but we went over that last year. House 4 is the first direct sequel of sorts in this series, as William Catt returns as Roger Cobb. However, he's totally not Roger Cobb. He never mentions any of the events of the first film or exhibits any of his old character traits. The house in this one is totally different, and he's dead in the first 10 minutes. What follows are the adventures of his wife and daughter, also not from the original film, in some other house that has some kind of portal to an Indian ghost something place or something. Like House 2, there's entirely too much backstory here, and none of it is remotely interesting. There's also some kind of plot by Roger's half-brother to take over the land. It's equally as dull. This series goes out on a very low note.
I'm your pizza man, I'm your pizza man, and I'm delivering your favorite pizza pie. I'm your pizza man, I'm your pizza man, and I am everybody's favorite takeout guy. You never have to worry that your pizza will be cold, cause I keep it heated up on my engine's manifold. So the next time you are hungry for a pizza in a pan, don't forget to call your favorite pizza man.
I found out last year that I wasn't much of a fan of scanners, but then I remembered that there's a whole bunch of sequels, and I thought maybe someone did something more interesting with the premise, which admittedly has huge potential. So, feeling adventurous, I fired up Scanners 2: The New Order from 1991. It starts surprisingly well, as a homeless scanner wanders into a video arcade and blows it the fuck up after making an Operation Wolf machine go haywire. Despite the painful destruction of arcade cabinets and pinball tables, this is a great start. Unfortunately, that's as good as this movie gets, as it becomes some kind of local government plot to take over the city using some scanners. A city where the video arcade has already been destroyed, so who cares? However, it does have this sweet water cooler, so maybe it's worth taking over. It's dubbed All to Hell for reasons I can only assume, being that everyone's Canadian accents were super thick. It literally Empire Strikes Backs itself at one point.
You're all I've got left.
No, David. You have someone else.
What?
An older sister.
And it comes so close to ending with the Star Grove, but doesn't get there.
In the darkness of the city, I'm a man without a home. When I see the light so pretty, I just know I'm not alone. And I hear your voice, it's calling, and it never lets me sleep. I can almost see your face now, 'cause the passion runs so deep.